What is going on, my friends? 611 builds are taking over NBA 2K26. I finally made my version that I think is really fun and really good for the way that I want to play this game. I made it for the rec center. I made it for the random rec center. And we made this all together. We made this Friday on stream. This is the thumbnail that, I used for that live. So if you want to go check out the creation of that, go check out the first couple games that I played in rec with this build. Go ahead and do it. But we made this together. I told you guys what my vision was with this build, and we kind of went from there. Took us like an hour and a half to do it, but I had a lot of fun streaming with you guys. If that's something that you guys want to see more of moving forward, please let me know. I'm always down to, get more content out to you guys, especially with the support that you guys have been showing, especially in that live. I mean, it was a random Friday morning that I told you guys I was going to stream, and you guys showed out. I think we had almost 30 people at one point in that live. For an early Friday stream, that's crazy. So I really appreciate the support you guys showed there. I really appreciate the support that you guys just show in general. We just hit 3,700 subs at the time that I'm recording this. So it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy how much support that we get over here. And I'm very thankful for it. So let's get right into this build. Let me know, like I said, if I should stream more. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy talking to you guys about this game. And I'm having a lot of fun playing this game at the moment. Maybe we can run some more rec together next time I stream. Now, getting into the build. This is like a KD-like build. I'm not sure who's going to be on the thumbnail. It probably won't be KD because I've already put KD on the thumbnail before. But this is who that build is moving like. I got Giannis animations and KD animations up and down on this build. So once I post my first gameplay that I feel comfortable getting out to you guys and not getting grilled for my plate color, I'm going to do that and show you guys animations, jumper, and all that good stuff. But we're going to go with a 79 speed, 73 agility. I'm flying with this build. I really didn't think that 79 speed and 73 agility would be very good, just because I have builds that have 88 speed and I don't feel very fast, it feels like. I have builds with higher agility. I don't feel like I'm very agile, but this build is unreal. Like, this build is a lot of fun to use. This is going to be the build I probably try to get a lot of gameplay on, just because I have so much fun using it. But 75 strength, I'm going to be at center every once in a while, which is going to blow sometimes. But, I'm not going to be setting much screens, so I don't really see the reason for strength. I know there's been a debate. How important is strength? What do you think about strength? Da 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 da. I don't think it's very important unless you're setting a lot of screens. So that's where I stand. Vertical, we're going with an 88. I'm going to get pogo stick on legend. My rebounding is not going to be very high, but I'll talk about that in a second. 88 vertical, I do believe, helps me with my rebounding ability. So I'm going to have a lower rebound on this build, but with my vertical, I'm going to snag boards. I'm going to horse a little bit here and there. So we're also going to do dunks as well. I'll talk about that once we get there, though. Now, rebounding, we are going to only have an 80 board. There are going to be games where I get put at center. We're just going to have to fight for our lives there. I do put a +2 on rebound chaser just in case, especially when I'm in random rec center and I don't know if I'll be center or not. Better to have that on Hall of Fame than not. Worst case scenario, I get put with another center, and now, I can just do what I got to do to score and, get out on breaks and help out a little bit. Obviously, I don't want to be selfish, but nonetheless, I think I'm going to rebound just fine with this build. I am rebounding just fine with this build, excuse me. The first gameplay I ever had with this build that I'm going to post probably tomorrow. I only had 14 points, was getting used to my jumper, which at this point that I'm recording this, I'm shooting 70% from 3 now. I had like 14 boards in that gameplay that you're going to see tomorrow. So I am able to get a lot of rebounds. So yeah, I'm not too concerned with my rebounding, especially when I play with the homies. We're going to have a center that is snagging boards. I'll post that center build probably Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Now, when it comes to my defense, I'm going to be left with a lot of attributes on this build because, I'm so offensive heavy that I didn't want to be too fragile on defense. So on this in particular build, I am going to go 74 interior just so I can get better contests down there, just so that my interior isn't crazy low like a guard would be. So I am going to have post lockdown on bronze, knowing that no one's really going to post me up. But it is what it is. I had so many attribute points that felt like I had to do something. Perimeter, we're just gonna go with the 71. That's gonna get us to Challenger, which is a tier 2 badge on this build. I'm not gonna use a +1 on this at all, but it is important to note that that is a tier 2 badge on a 611, which is why a 611 is so glitchy in my opinion. Defensively, it's the best defender for 7-4 builds. So I can see why. With my 7-4, I struggle against 611s for sure. And then my block is going to be an 84. We just miss out on high flying denier gold. I don't see the reason to do so. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to get a chase down block, silver's plenty. I wanted an 84 for paint patroller. Increases a player's ability to block or contest shots at the rim. I love that. I want to be able to not just block shots, but contest them. That's more important to me than actually getting the block. It's just being in good position and getting that contest off. So really good defense. I mean, I love the way this build plays. When it comes to my badges, Interceptor is a tier 2 badge away from this being my favorite build I've ever made in my entire life. But I do use a +2. I think I use a +2 on Interceptor. I can't remember off the top of my head. I feel like I do. But we'll talk more about my +1s and +2s here in a second. But the defense feels very, very good. Now, offensively, this is where we just take off and it becomes a demigod. Okay, we're going to have a 91 pass. I missed out on Break Starter Hall of Fame, but I still get it on gold. I really just did 91 pass for the Tyrese Halliburton pass style. Lightning Launch, tier 2, it's gold. You know what I'm saying? We're going gold. I'm flying with this build. My takeover gives me +15 speed with ball, so I have 83 speed with ball with take. And I get deep bomber take. So insane playmaking. 75. I get strong handle at 73. I do think I only use a +1 on handles for days, which is also a tier 2. You're gonna start to realize when you make a 611 that you almost have too many tier 2 badges, honestly. Between handles for days, lightning launch, shifty eventually, posterizer, strong handle, immovable. You just got too many, honestly, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing at all. But I only use a +1 on handles for days right now. I might entertain the idea of doing a +2, but as of right now, it just doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't really make sense to do that. But playmaking is elite. I'm moving and grooving with this build. I'm having a lot of fun doing so. This is where my specialization on all 10 of my cap breakers come into play. Only gonna have a 72 free throw. I've missed 1 free throw in a dozen games, so 72 is awesome. I'm putting 5 cap breakers here, so I'm gonna have a 93 midi. So Deadeye is gonna be gold, Shifty will be gold, and Set Shot will be Hall of Fame. So I'm using a +1 on Set Shot to make it legend, and then Shifty I'm only using a +1 on at the moment. But eventually I will be doing a +2. So I'll have Legend Set Shot and Legend Shifty Shooter both on Legend once I get all my +1s and +2s done with my specialization. I do get Limitless on Silver, I believe. I have a +1 on that, so when I have Takeover, I have Gold Limitless. Just a stupid, silly, stupid build. I mean, shooting-wise, I mean, you can stop there and, we'd be done. And I'd be happy with the build, even when the finishing looks the way it does. But we're only at a 93. We're only at a 93 overall. So we're just getting started. So layup, I'm going to have all the way up at a 90. I didn't really know what else to do because I have my dunk at an 87. I have my standing dunk at an 81. And then I had my post control to a 79. So, we're going to have post fade phenom on gold, which is awesome. It's a lot of fun to use. I realized that once I got past 79, I'm not going to use post up poet, post powerhouse. Unpluckable would have been nice, but I need to go up to an 86 still. I wanted to get some standing dunk to get those baby contacts down low, so it didn't make sense to go any higher there. I wanted to get contact dunks at an 87. Eventually, I'm going to entertain the idea of posterizer on Hall of Fame with this build. I do think right now I just have gold. A gold posterizer on a 6'11 is cracked. But like I said, I want to try Hall of Fame. Close shot, we had to have this high. At 84, you get Paint Prodigy, so I did want that. So it just kind of made sense going 90 layup. I'm still like figuring out exactly how to really get in my bag with that. I have physical finisher on, because I get so many tier 2s, I'm running around with physical finisher on Hall of Fame or Legend right now. So I'm finishing at the rim with ease. I'm shooting from deep with ease. I'm just doing everything easy. Like, this game is easy now. Like, Rec is a lot of fun. I'm really excited to get some gameplay out to you guys. So let me just show you what this build looks like. Let me show you what this build, it's a shot erasing play slash, which is kind of crazy. But obviously it says we're not a very good offensive rebounder. I mean, yeah, we're not really trying to. And 0 floor spacing ability. They don't know what we're doing with our cap breakers. So
okay, I don't need yes men right now.
It is what it is.
Be honest.
But when we go into our
actually, I'm trying to go hoop in the city for a little bit. But hey.
But when we go into our, into our badges here, or into our attributes, excuse me, 5 cap breakers here is going to get us to a 90, and 5 cap breakers there is going to get us to a 93. So we're gonna have deep bomber, we're gonna have everything that you could dream of shooting wise. So this is my build. This is going to be my favorite build this year. I'm really excited to get gameplay out to you guys of this build. But yeah, let me know what you think about this build in the comments below. You guys helped me make this. I really appreciate that, and thank you again for the love and support you guys have been showing me. Forever grateful for it. I don't, take it for granted at all. But leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, a peace.